Hey guys, welcome back to the third episode in my mini series of the three rules of money, where I'm going to educate you on how to achieve financial freedom and potentially learn some things that might challenge what we've been historically taught in schools and work, etc. Now, I'm not giving you advice on what you should do, but if you have questions, feel free to reach out. As always, my information is in the description box below, and hit that like button if you like to make money and you like to talk about passive income and financial freedom. Hit that like button. All right, guys. So the past 2 weeks, we've been talking about the different rules of money, right? I'm going to wrap it up with one of my other rules of money, which is going to be investment options, right? We're going to talk about investment options. Before we talked about taxes, and the week before that, we talked about compound interest. So if you don't know what those are about, definitely check out my previous episodes. If you guys don't know about me, I am a licensed realtor in Miami and in Seattle. And I'm also a financial professional, educating families and empowering families on how to achieve financial freedom sooner, right? Whether that's through passive investing or through entrepreneurship. So if you guys are interested in talking about that, again, get with me on that. But stay tuned for this week's episode on the investment options rule number 3. All right, guys. So just to recap, we talked about the first rule of money, compound interest. Catch that episode from before. Second rule of money, which is taxes. And the last rule we're going to cover for this mini series is investment options. Now, you guys might know this. My background is in real estate. That's what opened my eyes to financial freedom, passive income through investing in real estate. But little did I know that there was other avenues and strategies that could also be very lucrative. Now, again, this is not to be advice for you. This is simply to open your eyes. And again, if you have questions, do reach out with me. So let's talk about some investment options, right? So you guys, maybe you are familiar with fixed, variable, and potentially index, right? So let's talk about that some more. All right. So in fixed accounts, these are things like your bank account, right? Your checkings, your savings, et cetera, where you can expect safety but not very much growth. And actually, right now, as of the time of this recording, it's been an inflationary market for the most part, right? And most banks are offering what I see 0.5% rate of return. Now, if you haven't caught my video on compound interest, just to catch you up, using the rule of 72 formula, it would take you 144 years for you to double your money. And that is way too long, right? So again, putting your money in a fixed account like at the bank is not really intended to grow your money, but it's certainly to keep it safe. Now, that has historically been how people save their money, right? Now, where do we look to when we want to grow our money, right? When we want to find higher rates of return? Well, typically we'll look to variable markets. This could be in the stock market. This could be in the housing market where you have massive opportunity for growth. But if you're looking at this graph like me, I'm almost getting motion sick looking at that. It's a roller coaster. You have ups, you have downs, and sleepless nights probably, right? So zero safety, but potential, keyword is potential for growth. Now, again, if you are a professional stockbroker or whatever, you're just constantly hovering over the market, maybe you can capitalize on this, great. But for most families, in my experience, we don't have time to be monitoring the market like this, right? In fact, we have our lives, our personal, professional lives, right? We have, again, personal life. But what can we do to really maximize our growth and protect our money from market loss? Well, maybe you didn't know that there's a third way through index. And I'm not talking about diversifying, through index funds, right? A lot of people talk about Vanguard index funds, which is great, right? Diversification. But there's actually a very little known method that has become very popular as of late, but historically with the rich and wealthy, right? And so families like ours, middle class America here, we have not historically been educated on what the rich and wealthy utilize to save on taxes and to grow their money and keep their money safe. So I want to share this with you just really quick, where if you look at this graph, you can have maximum growth potential, again, massive growth, and then your earnings are locked in a down market, right? So if you take a look at this graph, you can see that gray line, right? That's basically what's happening in the variable market, the ebbs and flows. But over here, the one distinction is this person, whoever this investor could be, is never losing to the market. And because of that, there's only one direction their money can go, and that direction is up, right? So if you never lose money to the market, there's only gains to consider. And if you are a follower of Warren Buffett and his mentor, Benjamin Graham, maybe you know Warren Buffett's famous saying, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1, right? So I wanted to share this with you guys that there's actually ways to protect your money from market loss. You could never lose to the market. Now, this is not for everybody, right? But the younger, the healthier you are, you might want to consider the more advanced strategies such as cash value life insurance that's out there. Now, again, most of us, when we hear life insurance, we're thinking, what the heck? Like, isn't that what I get to protect my loved ones in case I die? Hey, there's that piece of it, but it's actually a way that the rich and wealthy use to save their money from taxes and from market loss. So if that's something of interest to you, get with me on that. I can certainly answer your questions. And we can take a deeper dive into your financial picture. So I wanted to share those 3 rules of money to empower you guys on making better decisions when it comes to investing and also when it comes to saving. Okay, but I would recommend, again, if you have tax questions, reach out to your CPA, your trusted tax professional. And if you want to know more about investing in a safer way, reach out to me. I'm happy to talk with you on that. And also, even if you want to talk about real estate. Okay, so as always, guys, stay tuned for the next video. I appreciate you checking this video out. Drop a note in the comments and hit that like button. I'll catch you guys next week.
You're like a circle that floats around.